I'm reading from the book Chicano, The History of the Mexican-American Civil Rights Movement, on page 184. Los Angeles walkouts, shockwaves throughout the community. Irrespective of student mobilization, the key element that ushered in the movimiento in Los Angeles, and to a great degree elsewhere, was the East Los Angeles High School walkout. But this action cannot be separated from the student movement. Because college organizations joined a combination of non-student activists to organize the protest, it is likely that college student mobilization served as a necessary precursor to the events. On March 1st, 1968, 300 high school students walked out of their Friday morning classes upon discovering that Wilson High School principal Donald Skinner had canceled production of Barefoot in the Park because it was an inappropriate play to be showing to the student body. The cancellation was only a surface reason for the walkout. Underneath, discontent and anger stemming from more profound issues had been brewing in the predominantly Mexican-American school. This resentment became evident at other schools as well. On Monday, Lincoln High students walked out. On Tuesday, 2,000 students evacuated Garfield High School, another predominantly Mexican-American high school. By Wednesday, the walkouts, or blowouts as the students called them, had extended to Roosevelt High School. Some 4,500 students marched out of classes that day. In the ensuing 2 days, thousands of Mexican-American students reported to school only to trek out the front doors once inside the buildings. By Friday, more than 15,000 students had left their classes throughout the Los Angeles area. Chicano used the walkouts to dramatize what they considered the abysmally poor educational conditions affecting their schools. But the walkout organizers were not the first Mexican Americans to take a critical view of the educational system. It had certainly been a major issue among Mexican American civil rights leaders for at least 4 decades. In this case, however, the planners were all young people, many not yet out of their teens. None was over 30, except Lincoln High School teacher Sal Castro. In themselves, the events were significant because they affected so many schools, students, teachers, and parents. But more crucial was the publicity created by the walkouts reminded the Mexican origin community throughout the U.S. to examine educational conditions in their own communities. The sight of high school kids on picket lines carrying placards emblazoned with Chicano Power, Viva la Raza, and Viva la Revolucion prompted a Los Angeles Times reporter to dub the walkouts as the birth of brown power. This was an accurate prognosis. I think this book should not be taken out of schools because it's really important for kids today to learn about these types of struggles because they really relate to what is needed to be done today. And I think books like these can be really empowering for youth today, and it's an important side of history that's often neglected in education systems.